Today, I'm going to show you a way to use our digital online catalog using just a regular computer or laptop. I think sometimes people think that if you don't have a tablet or other device or smartphone that you can't use that information, access that information, and it's just not true. Now, most of the time, it would be a lot better to have it on a tablet or a phone, something mobile, because you want to be able to be mobile with it. But seeing as our whole world right now is trying to keep us from being mobile and staying at home, I figured now is as good a time as any that if you don't have a tablet, don't have a smartphone, and you would like some digital library material, you're home. You have access to your computer. You could probably sit right down and read a whole book. Or the audiobooks are even easier because if you have speakers on your computer, you can just press play and do stuff in the kitchen or wherever you are, knit, whatever, while you're listening to an audiobook. And so even if your computer isn't mobile, that would work out okay too. There are lots of ways of getting to our digital library and lots of ways to navigate the menus, but I'm just going to show you one way so that you can get there and we're not going to make it confusing, hopefully. Easiest way is probably for you to start at our library's website, which is kohlerlibrary.org, and that's KOLLER library.org. In this top menu here, Digital Library, you'll go on the first option, which is ebooks. It will take you to Wisconsin's Digital Library. It will take you to Wisconsin's Digital Library, and before you do anything else, you have to sign in. And you want to do that because you want to see what's available to you as a Northern Waters library patron. That's our library organization. So you are going to need your library card number. If you don't have access to that, send me an email. I'll put my email address somewhere in this program. I probably can't get it back to you right away, but in the near future. So click on the sign in. The welcome page is going to ask you what library, select your library, and there's a whole bunch of them on the list. But if you start typing in Northern Waters, because that's our library consortium, Northern Waters Library Service will come up and you can click on that. Then you're going to want to put your card number in here. It's the long 26120 something, 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 and type that whole number in there and then click on sign in. Now you're signed in and you can see what is available to you as a library patron. And you're here on the homepage and you're thinking, where are the books? How do I figure out what I can get, what I can read? Well, if you scroll down, it'll give you some general options, just stuff to look at. And you can pick anything from here if you would like. If you have a particular book in mind, let's go back to the top here, or a particular genre, let's search. Let's say that you want to find a book on cats. I don't know why, cats are cute. Let's go with that. If you type in the word cats, you're going to get a million different things. As a matter of fact, if you look over here, I have 1,500 things. And you're thinking, I can't look through that many. True. So you could narrow it down and you can look on this left-hand side here and you can narrow it down by genre or age category, or if you want an audiobook as opposed to a regular book, etc., until you get closer to the type of book that you're looking for. Now, say that you find a book that you want to check out, and let's just say, for the sake of it, that it's this book, The Shadow Cats. Well, if you look on the top of here, it says wait list. You'll notice that that's different than, say, this book up here, which is available. So if you wanted a book right now, this Shadow Cats would not be the book for you. If you wanted a book right now and the Discover Series Cats book sounded good to you, ages 0 to 3, hey, why not? Then you would want to look for those that are available. And as a matter of fact, on that left-hand column, you can choose ones that are only available now. Availability. See, available now. So say that you do find one you're like, oh, but I really, really want the Shadow Cats. Well, you can click on there and just take a look. A little bit more information pops up. You have this whole paragraph here that tells you about the book, and you can find some reviews sometimes. And you can read a sample, which is a really great opportunity. And then here's also the information on how long you're going to have to wait. And now this is a guess because people return things early. It says there's 0 of 1 copy available and the wait time is about 4 weeks. So at that point you go, Sure, I'm willing to wait 4 weeks. You can press on this tan box, place a hold. Now, if you're a brand new user to the online digital catalog system, it's going to ask you to put your email address in there so that it can email you when your hold becomes available. So don't put a fake email address in there. You want to know when it's available. Type that in there, type it again to confirm it, and then when this book becomes available, it will email you a message saying, hey, it's available. Click here, and it'll take you to the digital library, and you can check it out at that point. But let's go back to our cats search and look at this one that's already available. We'll click on it just to take a closer look. We could again read a sample, read more about the book. Oh, meet some cute kitties. Oh, this is the perfect book. Yes, let's borrow it. You would click on the borrow button right here, this tan one. Now you have the option to decide, on a regular book, you have the option to decide 7, 14, or 21 days. You decide. And for an audio book on tape, essentially, you only get a choice of 7 or 14 days. So I'm going to leave this at 7 days just because, and then click borrow. Congratulations, you have now checked out this digital book on cats. Here's where people get a little confused though. Say that you are strictly doing this on your computer. You have no tablet, you have no smartphone, or you don't want to deal with that extra step. You don't want to choose this grayish box up here, read now with Kindle. Nope. And you don't want the bluish box, download EPUB, ebook. Nope. You want to read it in your browser. That means basically on your computer. So you want this tan box right here. Click on that. And it's going to open up your book just like that. Hey, presto. There's your cat book. But that's just a cover page. How do I read it? Well, if you just take your little mouse and go over to the right-hand side, you'll notice that your mouse turns into a hand. And if you click there, it's essentially turning the page of the book. Oh man. And if you click on the left-hand side of the screen, it will take you back a page. It's like flipping backwards in the book. If you go on the right, you're flipping forwards in the book. If you click in the middle, it's going to bring up your menu options. You can click on the right and see chapters. If there are chapters, I probably aren't in this book. You can bookmark a page that you really like if you want to go back to that part, something like that. When you're all done with this book, or if you just need to take a break and go do something else, you can stop right where you are and you can go up here and click the window shut. You can close this. You can close the whole computer down. That's perfectly fine. Next time you come back to the digital library, how do you find your book? That's a good question. Because once you log in again, though it might remember you, your computer settings will kind of determine that. Once you log back in again the next time to the Wisconsin Digital Library, you're like, gosh darn it, I wanted to finish that cat book, but where did it go? Well, there's this little icon over here, and it's supposed to look like little books on a shelf, the spines of books. So if you click on there, that really kind of gets you to the hub of things that are on your account. So if you look, this is the loans area. And hey, lo and behold, there's the cat book. Now again, you're right back to your options of read with a Kindle. Nope. Download EPUB. Nope. You want that brown box that says read in your browser. And guess what? It remembers right where you left off. Here we are at the dancing kitty page again, not back at the beginning. So that's kind of slick. We'll close this again. You can either wait for it to expire, your checkout session, the 7 days like I chose, and it will automatically disappear from your account. Or if you want to be really nice, if people happen to be waiting for this book, if you press return, you can return this book right away. And it'll give you that option, which is kind of nice because that does give other patrons the chance to check that book out immediately rather than waiting for your time to expire. What if I wanted to listen to an audiobook? Let's search. Let's search cats again. We are just really into cats here. I want an audiobook, something I can listen to while I'm doing the dishes or something. Now remember, we typed cats and we had 1,500 search results, but we're going to narrow it down. We're going to narrow it down to audiobooks. See that over here? And we're going to choose MP3 audiobook as the format here. We're just going to do that. And now you have all the audiobooks about cats that you could ever want. And you'll notice as you go through, oh, here's an available one. That one has a wait list, available. Say that I've decided I want one right now. We're going to go and decide over here on the left-hand side that we want availability to be now. And now look, all of them say available. Of course, because we just chose to look at only the available ones. Oh my goodness, so many cute cat books. And of course, like any search, the further down you get, the less, close to your search that you have choices on. But remember, it's an audiobook. You could borrow it from right here, yes, but we're just going to click on it because we want to look at the description. Yeah, that sounds good. We want to maybe listen to a sample. All right, that's perfect. I want that book. Let's borrow that book. Again, because it's an audiobook, you can choose it for 7 or 14 days of checkout time. You decide. I'm going to leave it at 7 and I'm going to borrow it. Congratulations, you have checked out Oh Cats, this audiobook. Again, we do not want the blue option. This one did not give you a Kindle option, and that's fine, because as long as this brown box is here, that's the one we need. Listen now in browser. There you go. Now, I don't have this set up so that you can hear the audio, but if I press this play button, it'll play the book. If you press pause, it'll pause it. If you press play, it'll play again. Again, over here is your menu option, and if there are chapters, those will show up here, and you can skip ahead to different chapters that way. And then when you're done or have to pause, again, you can close right out of this window. You could close your whole computer down. And when you come back to log in to the Wisconsin Digital Library, where do you go to find it? To your little bookshelf right here. There's your loan. And if you press listen in browser, it's going to take you back to that screen and you're going to pick up right where you left off again. There are other ways to search for books as well in here, many ways to search for books. And you can go by subject, collection, available now, kids, teens, etc. I do want to point out one thing to you that right now through April, Harry Potter, if you are interested at all in starting the Harry Potter series, I really encourage you to do it now. There's always a huge wait list on Harry Potter books. Like, for example, let's just go to Chamber of Secrets. 0 of 8 copies available. And if you click on this question mark, well, this isn't terrible right now. I'm surprised. People waiting in total 4. But usually there's quite a lot, and you will wait for a Harry Potter book. Right now, Pottermore Publishing has made the first Harry Potter book available to as many patrons as want to check it out at the same time. That is not a usual situation. I'm not going to go into it, but it's a real gift, I'm telling you. So if you have any interest, you can go on Wisconsin's Digital Library and check out the Sorcerer's Stone right now, and you can check it out in regular book or the audiobook. And I really recommend the audiobook because the gentleman who does the narration, his name is Jim Dale, and he is phenomenal. And again, you can listen to a 5-minute sample, I think it is, of pretty much every audiobook. This concludes our program on how to use Wisconsin's Digital Library with a computer or a laptop. And I will be doing further videos where I will explain how to use it on an iPad. And I will also explain how to use it on a Kindle because that is a little bit different. There's a couple different steps to that. If you need your library card number, and if you email me, I will try to get back to you in a short amount of time with that information so that you can enjoy our digital library. Thank you for watching.